the concept of infinity. And it is symbolically represented by the sign like this within the bracket. What is called an infinity? It is the process by which we can make any number as large as possible as well as small as possible. Now let us see, and we know already this, it is symbolically written in the sign like this. Suppose, let us consider by an example. One by 0 that will be given tends to infinity. Why these things happen? But if we consider 0 as, suppose 1 by x tends to infinity as x tending to 0, that means x is a very small quantity, and this small quantity as small as possible we find. Suppose here 1 by 0, that means very small quantity. If we consider the small quantity, let the small quantity be 10 to the power minus 10, suppose. Let us suppose. Then we find, then 1 by 10 to the power minus 10, that will be 10 to the power 10, is a huge number. Suppose this 10 to the power 10 is called an infinity, suppose. So we can say 1 by 0 tends to infinity, that means 0 is the near about 0. But if we are considering 10 to the power minus 10, it is a very small quantity and very negligible quantity. So if we consider it as a 0, then we find it 1 by 0, that is 1 by 10 to the power minus 10 is a very large number. So it will be called sometimes as infinity. That's why 1 by 0 tends to infinity, not equals to infinity, because 1 by 0 is undefined. And so we here consider the limiting concept of preliminary calculus. Now let us define what infinity is. Suppose if we consider x tends to infinity, that means we find a large number g such that x greater than g. That means what happens there? G is a very large number, and if x tends to infinity, that means x is another number which is more than g. That is, so xy is another large number, and actual quantity we don't know, so greater than this large number, that's why we called as an infinity. If similarly, if we called x tends to minus infinity, we find a small number suppose if it will be minus of n, then minus of k suppose, then x is less than of minus k. So it is called analytical definitions, and this definition will be needed for defining the sequential problem of real analysis, and laterally it will be useful tools. Thank you.